General In Bum CHUN was born on 6 September 1958 in Seoul, Republic of Korea. At age 7, he moved to the United States, following his mother, who was serving as the first woman diplomat of the young Republic of Korea. After 4.5 years in New York City, he returned to Korea in 1969. He graduated from Kyongki High School and entered the Korea Military Academy in 1977, commissioning as an infantry officer in 1981 as a member of Class 37. Early in his career, while serving as a platoon leader, he was selected as aide-de-camp to Lieutenant General Lee Ki-bak, commander of the Honest Rock Corps, becoming the youngest officer in ROK Army history to serve as aide to a 3-star general. When General Lee, then chairman of the ROK Joint Chiefs of Staff, was critically wounded in the 1983 Rangoon bombing, LTG CHUN was credited with saving his life and was awarded the National Security Medal. In 1986, he was selected as an excellent company commander. In 1988, he joined the ROK U.S. Combined Forces Command as Contingency Plans Officer, Assistant Chief of Staff, and ROK aide to the Deputy Commander-in-Chief. After completing the U.S. Armed Forces Staff College course, he served as the Combined Operations Officer at the ROK Special Warfare Command, and later as Officer in Charge of Military Diplomacy at the Office of the Army Chief of Staff, receiving the U.S. Army Commendation Medal from General Riz Cassi in 1992. LTG CHUN later commanded a battalion in the 20th Infantry Division, earning recognition as Best Battalion Commander in 1996, participating in counter-infiltration operations. During the 1996 Gangneung submarine incident, and leading troops despite sustaining a serious injury during a 1997 live-fire exercise. He accumulated 13 months of duty in the DMZ and subsequently served as GONE and G3 of the 20th Infantry Division. Returning to CFC, he became the senior Korean officer responsible for directing the Ulchi Focus Lens exercise, the world's largest combined computer-simulated military exercise. For his contributions, he received the ROK Minister of National Defense Citation and the U.S. Meritorious Service Medal. As commander of the 29th Infantry Regiment, Golden Bats of the 9th Infantry Division White Horse, he led a regiment with distinguished combat history in both the Korean War and the Vietnam War, responsible for securing a 30-kilometer sector of the Han River. Following regimental command, LTG CHUN deployed to Iraq as Chief of the Election Support Branch, Civil Military Affairs Strategic Operations Directorate, Multinational Forces Iraq. In this capacity, he played a significant role in supporting Iraq's first free and fair national elections on 30 January 2005. For his contribution to this historic event, he received the ROK Hwa Rang Combat Medal and the U.S. Bronze Star Medal. In late 2005, he became Director of U.S. Affairs at the Ministry of National Defense, contributing to major ROK U.S. initiatives involving force relocation, camp returns, the Joint Vision Study, Special Measures Agreement, and wartime operational control transition. He was promoted to Brigadier General on 3 November 2006. In July 2007, LTG CHUN led the ROK military support effort during the Taliban kidnapping of 23 Korean missionaries in Afghanistan. With only 7 hours' notice, he deployed to Kabul to establish coordination at ISAF headquarters and to support the ROK government during the 44-day crisis. His leadership and operational coordination contributed to the safe release of nearly all hostages, earning him a presidential citation. As Deputy Director for Strategic Planning at the Joint Chiefs of Staff, he later oversaw the initial operational capability development for the ROK military's wartime operational command structure, promoted to Major General in 2009, he assumed command of the 27th Infantry Division, where several of his most well-known leadership principles became widely recognized in Korea. During his command of the 27th Division, two anecdotes became part of his public legacy. First, in a dramatic demonstration of accountability, he held a slipper in his mouth during a meeting with the logistics commander to underscore the unacceptable state of basic equipment readiness. Second, he personally saluted every soldier honorably discharging from the division, a gesture of respect that became widely known for its sincerity and impact on enlisted soldiers. During this period, two anecdotes became widely recognized across the Korean Army. First, when persistent equipment shortfalls continued, despite repeated requests, CHUN delivered a blunt lesson in accountability by holding a slipper in his mouth during a meeting with the logistics commander, illustrating that a failure in basic equipment equates to a failure in leadership. The incident became a frequently cited example of his uncompromising insistence on fundamentals. Second, CHUN began a tradition of personally saluting every soldier honorably discharging from the division. The gesture, unusual for a commanding general, was intended to congratulate them on completing their service with integrity and to honor their future beyond the Army. Many soldiers have recounted this moment as one of the most meaningful recognitions of their military career. CHUN subsequently served as Deputy Assistant Chief of Staff for Operations at CFC, Assistant Chief of Staff for Operations of the Ground Component Command, Deputy Chief of Staff for CFC, and senior member of the United Nations Military Armistice Commission. In 2013, he was promoted to Lieutenant General and appointed commander of the ROK Special Warfare Command. During his tenure as commander of the Republic of Korea Special Warfare Command, CHUN became known for a leadership style that combined uncompromising realism in combat preparation with deep respect for the professional soldier. He restructured training to emphasize operational realism, eliminating outdated or ceremonial practices that undermined actual combat capability. Equipment modernization, improved physical training standards, and strengthened cooperation with U.S. Special Operations Command marked his tenure. He actively elevated the role of NCOs, insisting that they be treated as the backbone of Special Operations Forces. His approach was direct, principle-driven, and anchored in the belief that elite forces must train, equip, and think according to the demands of real conflict, not tradition, routine, or convenience. At the same time, CHUN sought to build a culture of professionalism rooted in soldier welfare, dignity, and mutual trust. He insisted that high standards could only exist when leaders demonstrated genuine respect for the troops who met them. His well-known insistence on removing impractical rules, fixing fundamental problems before demanding performance, and empowering experienced NCOs reinforced this ethos. Within the Special Warfare Command, he emphasized that elite status is not inherited, but continuously earned through discipline, readiness, and integrity. This period solidified his reputation as a commander who demanded more from his forces, but who also believed that every soldier deserved honest leadership, clear purpose, and conditions worthy of the missions they were expected to execute. Chun's last assignment was serving as the deputy commander of the 1st ROK Army until his retirement on 31 July 2016. After retirement, he held fellowships at the Brookings Institution and the U.S. Korea Institute at Johns Hopkins SAIS and served as a distinguished visiting fellow at the Sam Nunn School of International Affairs at Georgia Tech. He remains active in numerous defense, academic, and security organizations, contributing to alliance relations, regional security, and military professionalism.